talk about some of the big NFL free agency transactions that went down. This one's coming in from Big Slow 17. Which Madden team won in free agency? Now, of course, you've got to like what the Steelers, or not the Steelers, the Saints. You got to like what they did for the Seahawks, because the Saints set themselves up for maybe more the future. But the Seahawks won big with Jimmy Graham going, of course, to the Seahawks. We're going to take a quick look at the rosters and kind of see who is going to be the winner. Now, Giants, they did get a few nice signings. They spent some cash, so I appreciate that, being a fan of them. But Seahawks, if you look at their tight end situation right now, they have 1 million. They have about 1 million tight ends, literally. Zach Miller's 6'5", Luke Wilson's 6'5". I believe Miller's actually not going to be on the squad anymore, but they do add a 93 overall Jimmy Graham to the squad, 85 speed, 6'7". Everybody knows him in Ultimate Team, being one of the most dominant red zone players. The Seahawks did lose some secondary players, so that's going to hurt them a little bit in Madden moving forward, but they also lost Malcolm Smith at linebacker, who had a down year, but overall, big fan of them adding that new element to their offense, bringing back Marshawn Lynch. That's some huge roster moves for them. If you look at the Pats, they, of course, have Darrelle Revis in this edition of Madden NFL. 98 overall, 93 speed. He is off back to the Jets. Pats refusing to pay him the necessary guaranteed cash to keep him a Patriot. That's okay, though. Lions, I believe, picked up a couple nice pieces. They traded for Haloti Ngata, I believe, while they do lose Ndamukong Suh to the Dolphins. The Dolphins had a couple nice pickups in to go along with Cameron Wake on that defensive line. Suh will be pretty tough in the middle. Olivier Vernon, pretty good as well. So you got to like kind of what they're doing. Cowboys, they're still teetering with DeMarco Murray. The biggest head scratcher that everyone's been talking about is the Eagles. The Eagles obviously trading quarterbacks. They straight up moved Nick Foles for Sam Bradford, and they got the worst end of the deal because Bradford required, I believe, a second-round pick, and then they swapped second-round picks. So they did lose some leverage there. They traded Lester McCoy for Kiko Alonso, as we all kind of scratch our heads on that. They lost Jeremy Maclin. So, but if they pick up DeMarco Murray, I mean, all could kind of be forgiven from that sense. So there is some pretty big free agent moves. I'm not sure quite what the Eagles are thinking. I know they're thinking they can find the production of Jeremy Maclin for less than $11 million a year. That's not the price they're willing to pay, kind of similar to what the Pats had with Revis. But you know, every now and then you guess right on those guys, and every now and then not getting one of those guys can burn you. The last team that's a big winner in free agency for me is the Colts. Now, obviously, Reggie Wayne no longer with them, but they did bring in Andre Johnson today. They also got, I believe, Frank Gore signed. So some good weapons there for Andrew Luck, and I think they could really be a team moving forward. They needed to get some of those veteran pieces to kind of leap and take that next step to be able to lose to the Patriots by less than 40 points. So they're well on pace now. They'll probably only lose by 2-3 touchdowns in the next conference championship game, so you got to like that. What's up, Generation X? What's going on, everybody?